Everybody, it's definitely been a while since I've done a video like this. I think it's been since like maybe 2010 or 2011. Many years ago, I did a new PC setup for a client. Essentially, they gave me their brand new PC still in the box. I unboxed it, and I just completely wipe everything from it into a clean install of Windows to get rid of all of the OEM bloatware and free trialware, that gets installed, and to also free up the hard disk of recovery images and things like that. This is back in the Windows 7 days. So we have a business client who just ordered 2 brand new Dell Inspiron laptops. There's one right there. I do a custom setup for them with all their machines, and today I'm going to be clean installing Windows 10 on these machines. Now, back in the day, doing something like this would be a lot more difficult because a lot of times it'd be more difficult to get your hands on a clean, ISO of Windows. But with Windows 10, it's just as simple as going online and using the media creation tool to download an ISO of Windows 10, either to a flash drive or to burn to a DVD or whatnot. Because, of course, if you didn't know, Microsoft says, after July of last year, you can't upgrade Windows 7 or Windows 8 to Windows 10 for free anymore. That's a total lie. You still can. But anyways, brand new Dell laptop. Very nice one too. These have a AMD A9 7th Gen APU. Not sure of the RAM just yet. They have 1 terabyte hard drives, and of course the business that is getting these, they do graphics and design with they do sign making and things, so they gotta have good sized screens, and pretty powerful machines to take up the task. I'm going to set my camera down on the tripod so that way I have both my hands available. Yeah, these are pretty nice laptops, I have to say. Brand new. But of course, with any OEM laptop, the biggest gripe I have about OEM machines like this is the sheer amount of bloatware they install. Free trials for Office, free trials for like McAfee, all that good stuff. Pretty big laptop too. Dell Inspiron 17 5000 series. That's a pretty nice laptop. You have, of course, Ethernet over here, HDMI out, 2 USB 3.0 ports, headphone jack. We have an SD slot, USB 2.0, and a optical drive. Yeah, this laptop actually has an optical drive. Like many these days that are getting rid of them. And of course your charging jack is right there. These laptops have internal LiPo batteries rather than your conventional packs with 18650s. Boo-hoo. Anyways, just want to unpack the charger because the batteries in these are shipped with storage charge, which is only about, I'd say about 40 to 50% charge. So we need to go ahead and plug them in and let them charge up. It's also amazing how tiny the chargers have gotten over the years. 45 watt charger for this thing. No wonder it's so small. And look at the the jack. Look how small that is in comparison to the conventional jack that Dell has used. It's like they make them smaller so that way it'll break easier. Okay, guys. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start it up and just show you what all kinds of bloatware it has on it. These are not terribly bad. Dells are generally not the worst. For that, I've seen much worse from like HP and you know, Acer and brands like that. And of course, this crappy tripod fails the lock. There it goes. Clean install Windows 10, of course, the Dell standard, which is loaded with trialware, junkware, and things like that. And speaking of which, this other machine, which I literally started the install right just before I started the video, is already almost complete. Okay, I'm going to set the proper time zone just for the heck of it. Now see, the good thing about Windows 10 is when you clean install it, Windows 10 has a tendency to handle most of the driver installations for you. And of course you have the Microsoft's terms here and the Dell terms over here. I'm going to choose customize, and of course you have the typical things you have to turn off. I turn most of these off, by the way. I always recommend that you just go in and toggle these settings. Don't use Express. Yeah, guys, the other laptop is almost done. And we have Windows 10 Pro on these. And no, we're not going to use a Microsoft account. That's a given. Skip this step. I'm going to say, I'm going to call it user for now, because we're getting ready to wipe and reload this anyway. The only thing I don't like about modern laptops like this is many of them do not have hard disk activity LEDs. And look, McAfee. Nope. Just click next. Yeah, even though now you guys may have your own personal opinions about this, but ever since Windows 8, Windows has came with antivirus protection fresh out of the box. So, I mean, if you like, you could choose to install a product like McAfee, AVG, Norton, or one of those, but I mean, it's like when the operating system comes with antivirus, anti-malware protection fresh out of the box, why would you want to waste your money on something else? I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, some people do go out and they purchase Norton or McAfee or one of those, but I used to subscribe to McAfee, and years ago I switched to AVG free, and then when Windows 10 came out, I primarily just use what comes with Windows. One exception, Mid-Tower Lux, I still have AVG installed on it, but other than that, I just use what comes with Windows. This is the first time we're logging in. Of course, I bypass the "hi, we're setting things up for you" crap. Let's take a look at what all is installed on this thing. Your default browser was reset. Ah, there we go. See, Dell Power Manager. For one thing, let's go into programs and features. And we have a long list of Dell things. Dell Customer Connect, Dell Digital Delivery, which this one here, right here, is already popped up several times on this one, asking to download and install things. Dell Foundation Services, Dell Help and Support, Dell Product Registration, Dell Support Assist, Dell Support Assist Remediation, Dell Support Assist Agent, Dell Update, Dell Update Again, Dropbox, McAfee LiveSafe, which I'm sure the Dropbox and the McAfee LiveSafe are both free trials. Like, they give you like 30 or 60 days. Office Home and Student 2016. That's more than likely a free trial. Now, of course, the company that's getting these, they already have, or at least the users that these are getting already have their own Dropbox accounts. They already have Office. They already have, all that good stuff. So, stuff like this is not really necessary. Now, one could just simply use, there's a few programs out there that are designed to decrapify your PC, but this is only half of the issue, I see. So we'll go ahead and insert our flash drive and begin clean installation. Now, as I mentioned, Windows 10 installs so quickly, and on newer devices like this, driver support is there. It's simply it's there. So one could easily, if they wanted to, just do a clean wipe on their new computer, they could do it this way pretty easily. You could just go online to Microsoft's website, or just go to Google and look up Media Creation Tool for Windows 10, and you can download the Media Creation Tool. Which this one's already done, by the way. We're only like barely even 15 minutes into the video. Yeah, Windows 10 clean installation does not take long at all. And in case you're wondering about your product queue or whatnot, ever since Windows 8, now this actually works better in Windows 10. The product key, or the digital entitlement, or your product key, is actually stored on the machine itself, and not on a sticker. So you just simply pop in your installation media and just do the clean installation. So on this particular machine, you can access boot options and whatnot, and you can even access setup, even though it's a secure boot machine, I do believe. It is definitely UEFI. So I'm going to choose my flash drive. The latest Windows 10 media creation tool gives you both 32 and 64-bit, provided you have the right flash drive for it, which is an 8 gig flash drive at least. And this is similar. This is kind of similar to what we do at work, actually. We have an enterprise image that we image all the machines with. So, like, the first thing the other computers at work end up getting is, their fresh images being wiped clean from them. So I'll choose next, install now, and I'll show you all the different partitions that are on this disk. One common thing that OEM PCs have on their factory images is they have a recovery partition that can take between, let's say, 10 to 20 gigs of your hard drive. We'll choose custom. Okay, so this partition would be equivalent to your recovery, Windows recovery. This is one that comes. This is actually a Windows 10 thing. So is this your OS? Actually, I think it might be this one here. Actually, yeah, hang on. This one here, I think, is the Windows recovery. It's because it's 450 megabytes. So we have half a gig here and 12 gigabytes here that are just being used for other things. Plus another 1.1 gigabytes. So we have, other than your common partitions that come with Windows 10, it looks like we have 1, 2, we have 3 other partitions on here. So we're going to wipe these one by one by one. Now, the thing about the recovery image is, back in the day, I would say these were more necessary prior to Windows 8. In Windows 10, you do have, especially in Windows 10, you have either the option of downloading and using the media creation tool to do a clean install, or using the reset your PC function. And of course, as time passes, that original image becomes more and more and more outdated. Especially considering with Windows 10. Windows 10 is, essentially Windows as a service. Every about year or so, you get a new build. So after a year or so, the original image will be, completely, obsolete. So this last one here is actually my flash drive. The SanDisk flash drive thinks it's a hard disk. This is the actual completely wiped 1 terabyte hard drive. We'll choose new, apply, OK, and let's see what we get. This is a UEFI install, by the way. Okay, so we have our 450 megabyte recovery, 100 megabyte partition 2, system, partition 3, MSR. This is common for a GPT installation. And of course your primary partition. Definitely not using up nearly as much space. Not wasting as much space. To put it in perspective. Now, let's say 14 gigabytes is not a whole lot, but I mean it's still space that could be freed up. And this should not take very long at all. And while that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and start working on this other one here and get it personally set up for the company. Which I'll go ahead and aim the camera in that direction. It's essentially about the same thing we did earlier. I'll go back. Of course, use customize. Turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off. I'll leave that one on. Turn off, turn off, turn off. Leave that one on, turn off, and turn this one off. Let's see if we have to go online and fetch any drivers for these machines. Yeah, we're going to need to go online and fetch drivers, looks like. Possibly for wireless. Skip that. Let's go and plug in our Ethernet and see if we have. It was on the other side, I forgot. Yep. It's over here. Actually, I'll use this one here. Yep, we do have Ethernet drivers, so. The thing is, as long as Windows 10 has a connection to the internet, it will handle a lot of your driver installation for you. And of course, I just skipped the hi, we're happy you're here, or hi, we're setting things up for you crap. Essentially, after you create the user account and you get that hi, just press Control Delete and then choose sign out. Don't wait. Don't let that waste your time. Because it will let you sign in and it does the same thing in the background. I'm going to choose no to this. Of course, if you're on your own personal home network, then choose yes to this, but otherwise I'm going to choose no. So right now, Windows 10 is looking for drivers. We'll just right click and get Device Manager. Okay, so my memory card I got in full, but anyways, you can see Windows 10 is currently installing drivers right now. It's already installed a network card driver for the Wi-Fi and all that good stuff. So one good thing I like about Windows 10 is it takes care of a lot of things for you. It's already installed. Let's see. It hasn't installed the display driver yet. So we may or may not have to go online and fetch drivers. One thing to note too, if you have a slightly older machine, let's say a Windows 8 computer, or even an earlier Windows 10 computer, you're pretty much guaranteed driver support. I mean, for the most part. They had to make it this way in order to offer it as a free upgrade to Windows 7 and Windows 8 users, to where average Joe could run the Windows 10 upgrade and not be faced with a bunch of problems. It's still installing drivers right now. We'll just let it do its thing. This one here is almost done, by the way. It does not take Windows 10 very long to install at all. We're still waiting on the System Management Bus controller and the display. So our touchpad seems to be working okay. Okay, everybody. All the drivers have finished installing, including the graphics driver. So if you have a brand new machine fresh out of the box and you're just wanting it to be a clean install, not a clean install of Windows bundled with lots of bloatware and free trialware, you literally just want a clean install of Windows 10. This is how you do it. Not too difficult. I say even an average Joe could have done this pretty easily. Now, of course, not all instances are this easy. You may run into situations to where, let's say if this machine did not have let's say if Windows 10 did not have a driver for the Ethernet LAN, you would have had to go online and figure out how to get drivers for your Ethernet LAN. So, I mean, it's just, it depends between machine to machine to machine. It can be different. But in this case, it was not too difficult. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it is. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video from Q Computer Channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Q Computer Channel for more updates, and remember to tick the bell so that you actually get notified of these updates. Did you know that I am also on a second channel that's CubeComp MTDX? Over there you'll find videos of bicycling, weather, elevators, and all sorts of other neat and interesting stuff. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.